Hail the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's a holiday weekend. Some people are out on vacation, spending time with their family. Hail to my international audience out there. I got a great guest today. I believe most of my rogues are all out doing something this weekend. So this is going to be a comfortable, relaxed show. Got a great guest to introduce you guys to. Met him on Comics Division 2 weeks ago. And just new to our indie sphere. And I really want you guys to get to know him, spend some time talking to him. A link for his channel is in the description below. But I want to thank you guys who've taken the time to stop by. Appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, we'd just be here talking to ourselves. So let's roll intro and get this show started.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. Persian! Give them nothing, but take from them everything.
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
For our war, live to fall.
chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Another week of Rogue Entertainment. Last weekend in May. Everybody's out on vacation, man. I want to thank you guys that are stopping by to say hello with us. Is Who Knew? What's up, brother? I hope you're doing well, too. Good to see you. Keely Chow is in the house. Hail, Keely Chow. Good to see you, my brother. Brutal Morning Wood, the best name on YouTube. What's better than a Brutal Morning Wood? Can't sell that, but Becky Brown was in the house. What's up, baby? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping through. Thank you for shouting out all the crews, my brother. Parrot Head, always bringing the comedy, man. Look, it's gone. That's all that's gone. All right, there's no more tree fucking, no more coffee enemas. All that, it's old. It's passe. I don't do coffee like that. I drink coffee. That's how it rolls. Good to see you guys. I want y'all to welcome my guest today. This is a great up-and-coming channel. Met him over on Comics Division a few weeks ago. Please, there's a link. Nods, please. There's a link to his channel in the description. Please put that out there for me. With me today is Mike Evans of XRL7. What is up, my brother?
Dude, that intro, man, I was absolutely transfixed. That pumps you up, dude.
Yeah, man. That's what I was meant to. That is the great Red Gaze. If you're not subscribed to him, please do. He supports indie comics in the community, creates his own. He's got SUNSWORN again up there. His girl does Bonds. They're the great indie creators in this community, man. He's a great, really good editor. Does a lot of commercials in the community. Good person, man. Mike, how are you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing fantastic, dude. Yeah, it's a bit earlier than when we last met. I think it was like 3 a.m. UK time. It's it's 11 today, so it's good. But I'm strangely a bit more tired. My wife's had me out doing shopping. Yeah. How about you?
Me, I'm pumped up, ready to go. Had to reset my computer twice just to get the damn thing to work. So I was frustrated, Mike. I had full anxiety. Drives me right before a show is usually when everything goes wrong, and then that's when it gets me.
Yeah, tell me about it, dude. I got to ask something straight off, man, because I'm pretty sure I've seen some Megadeth stuff floating about.
Yes.
Are you a metal dude?
I'm a metal dude. Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah, man. Yeah, I was the white boy walking around the hood with the big boombox playing metal. Big old target on my back, but I just didn't care at that point. I'd already been rolled on, jumped, dealt with. You know, so they knew I could take a beating. They didn't beat me no more eventually, Mike.
All right, we'll get on well.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. What's going on, Quantum Cat? Good to see you in the chat. Hello to you. Thank you for stopping by. Gap, the captain of the Rogue Mods. What is going on, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for putting out that link. Guys, subscribe and check out this man. He does some very interesting videos. You tell us a little bit about the content you put out on your channel, my brother.
Sure, man. So, right, sales pitch wise, XRL7 is a cyberpunk animated YouTube web series / music project about a fictional band called XRL7 and their trials and tribulations in the music industry and living in a dystopian kind of society. There's tons of social commentary, comedy, and original music. And it features a whole load of artists from the alternative music scene, both voicing characters and singing on songs and being involved in the music in some way. And we're going to name drop some people. We got people like Blue Starly, Aesthetic Perfection. I could get my little cheat sheet here. We got Lauren Babick, Jimmy of Minor Self-Indulgence, Craig Owens, Glenn Fricker. We've got a whole ton of people. Nix, lots of really incredible artists and many people which I've been listening to for a number of years. And yeah, there's a lot of vibes in it. There's a lot of kind of the main dude. The singer of the band is called Omega, and he's all about freedom of speech and critical thinking and kind of questioning the mainstream narrative of ideas. And yes, it's a lot of fun. It's I've been doing it since I think it went live in July 2020. Been working on it for a year and a half before it went live, and it's been a whole lot of fun.
Worked on it for a year and a half, and that's to do with the animation you've got to do, right? It's 8-bit animation. Man.
Animation is not a fast process, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that first year and a half was a beast, man, because it was kind of like my secret. But because there was lots of people involved, it kind of gave me that motivation to not let it go to the wayside. And here we are talking about it. So that's fantastic.
That is fantastic. What got you interested in doing those types of videos on YouTube?
You mean in terms of social commentary or animation or?
Let's see social commentary. We'll start there.
Sure, man. Well, I think I've been a fan of people like Critical Drinker and comics and Dave Cullens and a few people for quite a while. And at that point in my life, I had another YouTube channel before that called Project Anything, which was kind of more more comedy stuff. That's where I first started animating, and I've been in a band called Mixie One since 2010. So I kind of had those things going on, and around that time, sort of. Yeah, the kind of political correctness stuff was ramping up. It was cranking up in day-to-day life. It started to affect some of our considerations creatively in that previous project.
Right.
And it started spilling over into work, corporate environment, all the training courses and all these things you have to do there. Yeah, it's like, it's very strange to me that you're expected to adopt a certain political view to do your job, but there you go.
It doesn't make sense to me, man, and especially when I got into the HR departments and they really started pushing it there. It makes going to work, it makes the job even worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you actually literally have to learn all this ideology. You have to literally do tests on it and stuff like that. But yeah, man, this stuff was cranking up, and it kind of reached a point where, because as I say, we were creatively in Project Anything, there are a few little considerations, and basically it kind of boiled up, and I started XRL7 and really just did what I wanted to do, just exploded into it and decided to do something as authentic as possible. And XRL7 is the result. So there's, as you've seen, there's a bit of there's a whole load of commentary, but the first episode in particular has quite a bit about social justice-y types.
Yeah, I mean,
things like that.
How do you skirt that? Like, dude, you do it indirectly. Like, how do you skirt that, around those topics and still present what you're trying to say, the message?
Yeah, I'm very careful to be. I don't like to hit people over the face with like any ideas that I'm trying to put out. It's like it kind of reminds me of, like, when someone's like vegan, for example, and I'm vegan, by the way, but there's lots of vegans that are very aggressive with their thing, and they're like, oh yeah, you got to do this, your lifestyle's wrong. And that's the fastest way possible to make someone's defenses go up. And it's like everyone, as soon as you tell someone they're wrong, there's no getting through to them. And in a similar sort of way, in XRO7, like, if I could summarize that episode, basically there's a scene where Omega he's on a podcast and he's speaking to someone which is very sort of Jordan Peterson, Kathy Newman-ish, that sort of vibe. And what I wanted to do in that episode, and how I handle this in general, is I'm very careful to not mention any specific causes or any specific things that are going on, because I think as soon as you hear the name of a particular cause that you have some attachment to, then boom, that's all you're going to hear. Boom.
Right.
That's
you
it.
You get that preconceived notion from the perspective of the person watching it, which might shut them down from thinking.
Exactly. That preconceived notion gone. So in what I've got in that episode is there's this very sort of generic catch-all thing called Policy G6666. And it's basically a catch-all for virtually anything you like, because a lot of these ideologies are very, very similar, just different subject matter. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to show the behavior and how conversation gets shut down, and how basically logic goes out the window when you try and present someone of that ilk with a logical, rational point. And a lot of the times they don't have they can't. I think what we should do, I'm trying to promote the idea of having an open discourse and open conversation, and acting like adults. But what you see is a lot of these people act very much like children, and resort to name calling, labeling. And I really wanted to show some of that behavior without name dropping, mentioning any specific.
Oh, right. And it's an emotional reaction that you deal with, really, when you try to approach people with logic and reason on a topic that they're passionate about. You exactly. As soon as you hit that emotional wall, it's gone. There's really no way to bridge across it.
It's game over, definitely. And I think that's a cool way. And there's Funny enough, I know quite a few people that enjoy the show that probably have quite different views to mine, but they enjoy the show, and I like that it's kind of there in the background.
Yeah, dig that, man. I want to say real quick, I want to say hi to the chat out there. Gap, thank you for throwing out a link, guys. Please subscribe to my man. Take a look at these videos. It takes him, we were talking about this before, it takes him like 6 months to do a single video. It's a lot of work and effort that goes into it. So that's what you said last when we were on comics.
It's more it's not as heroic as that. It's more like 6 to 8 weeks, but
okay.
some episodes, there's a couple that have taken like a year because quite ambitious episodes and waiting for files to come in, man. Just like dealing with so many musicians who go on tour, and musicians, we're a fickle breed, right? So getting a file from someone that can hold things up for a while, so you got to do work when you can, but yeah, it does take a while and quite a degree of motivation, but it's all worth it, and yeah, all good times.
Incredible, man. Incredible. Guys, real quick, Papa Cotton's in the house. So what's up, you dirty tree fucker? Well, we're done with that, Papa Cotton. That's over. That's passe. We don't joke about that anymore. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Dega Outlaw's in the house. What's up, Dega? Yo, brother, I threw you a link if you want to stop in, man. If you're able to, come on through. Lasso of Truth is with us. What's up, Lasso? Good to see you. Hail, Trina. Thank you so much for all your love, support, help, and my love to your family out there. Hope everything's going well. Yeah, man, when I first started doing my channel, it was in reaction to cancel culture, those hyperbolic ideologies. And I mean, honestly, it's always been on the entertainment end for me, this part of the culture war. It had to do with my son, and really just simply seeing Star Trek, which I wanted to share with him, but he had more interest in Star Wars, and Disney Star Wars is just nothing but ideology. Just using that platform to espouse their beliefs and to change society according to their whims and wishes. The travesty of it is, in my opinion, the bigots that are in creative control of these properties who are projecting their bigotries and biases on other people, and it just doesn't make sense to me. And it's also the inundation of, like you said, being going to work, having to go through. Why do I need to know what a non-binary is? Why do I need to know that? And if you want, something like transgenderism to be accepted, as a whole, which it's never going to be, because that's a fringe group. Not there's anything wrong with that. Gender dysphoria sounds like a horrible condition to have. But if you to use it as a cudgel against other people, to whip up emotional reactions from others, which is usually the reaction you get from social justice types. It's just it's all disingenuous arguments. There's no actual intellectual debate being had at that point.
Yeah,
and
feelings over facts, right?
Yeah, right. Yes, feelings, always in your feelings, And I mean, we're emotional creatures, so that does affect us, on a certain level. But if you can't approach a topic with some kind of reason, with some kind, with the ability to accept at least the information that you are getting, even if you don't agree with the perspective, then there's no growth. There's no understanding that can happen. And so I didn't want my son growing up in that world. And then, man, he came home from school, from health class. He was like, "Dad, I can't do this project." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said that they're trying to teach me that there's 86 genders. It's like, hold on, what? Let me tell you, health class. That's like going to a history class and learning Lord of the Rings. I mean, what is that? Doesn't make sense to me. So there's two sexes. It's what it is. There are, I believe I've been a liberal, a Northeast liberal most of my life. So I do believe there's aberrations to the, there's gay, and then there's androgynous, and there's different types of. We're all made up of different types of people. But from the liberal part of me, using those groups as a weapon to attack others is completely disingenuous to the idea of creating acceptance. And I mean that's where I came from with it. How do you feel about certain marginalized groups or the presentation of these groups being used in such a way?
Well, it's entirely oppressed and oppressor, isn't it? That's the whole dynamic. So pretty much any area you look at, the woke culture. I was quite interested in researching woke culture the other day, learning how it relates to postmodernism and Marxism and things. And it's all like the same stuff with a different group, whatever it is, all about the pursuit of power under the guise of compassion in some way. So that's very much my view on it. I think it can be very disingenuous and very restrictive and authoritarian, all under the name of being kind. What's that? Wasn't there a George Carlin quote? Something like, was it? Oh, damn, give me a minute.
You're bringing up George. No, you're bringing up George. I love George. He said a lot of things.
George is awesome. Oh, it was he saying? It was what political correctness is fascism pretending to be nice or something like that.
Yeah. You know, and mostly at almost every one of my streams, almost everyone, I always play a George Carlin quote.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row seat.
I just want to apologize to the rest of the world for the bullshit that we do over here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike.
It's okay. It's all good.
No, it's not. That's the problem. Real quick, I want to introduce a good friend of mine for years now, Adega Outlaw. What is up, Adega?
Hey, not much. I'm just, you can see the background. I'm just decorating for Monday.
It looks good.
Painted the wall, got some stuff up, getting things ready for Monday. Nice to meet you, Mike. Have no idea why he invited me on. I'm just some nutcase in the background, so more power to you.
You got some awesome specs, dude. I'm loving that.
Oh, thanks.
I feel like you could get me in the Matrix or something.
Adega's a great independent writer in the community, man. Adega, how's everything going with your book, my man?
Well, that's just it. That's what Monday's all about. There's two of them. There's the novella, the sci-fi one that starts the series that's already out, and then the Blood Witch, which they're holding up. I think there's a font issue because I used a couple different fonts for things, but either way, it's supposed to be out any day now. And Monday is the celebration, and I'm having a bunch of live streams inviting people on that's read my stuff. So
incredible.
I've been busy.
That's great, man. Congratulations, Adega. That's awesome,
Thanks.
man. And also we have another guest here today. Introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, what's going on? I got the wrong avatar up. The camera's not on. What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Up, eats up, cooling in the place to be reviews. Pete, what's going on, brother? How's your weekend going, man?
Shalom. It's excellent, man. I got no complaints. I got an empty house, just a dog and the cats. So I put up a members video earlier, and we're getting ready for the live stream tonight. What up, Adega? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up?
Eats up. I'd like you to meet Mike Evans, man. He is an independent creator in the community. He's coming up. He's got a great channel. He does 8-bit videos with original music.
Okay.
He also has musicians come in and do parts for his videos. It's incredible creator. Real hard work going on that channel over there. Etep's also a very hard worker.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. Hey, dude. How you doing? And thanks, man.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, man. I like that. I like that 8-bit stuff. That's good. I'm gonna have to get over here and back Doc's book too, because I'm almost done with SUNSWORN. I'm just a biscuit away, and there's certain, like I said, I backed Steven's second book. That's, I'm anxiously anticipating that.
Tell me, brother.
We got like I said, I try to back people that good people in the community, and it's like, how the hell did I forget about this guy over here? He's one of the stalwarts there. So it's like, yeah, man, you got to support these people. You got to support these creators, because mainstream's giving us nothing. So, and yeah, ooh.
Yeah, man. I was lucky enough to meet Mike a couple weeks ago in Comics Division.
Right.
He's promoting indie creators, up and comers. He's passing on that fandom collective ideal, my brother, rising together. That wonderful group that you're a part of.
Yes, sir.
Hail Flipped Out, hail the fandom collective. Love them.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Those are my people, man. Those are my people. They kind of brought me to the dance as far as like getting exposure on Twitter and stuff, and it was all just me hitting them up and talking with Flip and Rookie, and they're like, do you want to like just be on the team kind of thing? I'm like, absolutely. So I liked what they were doing. I liked their ideas and promoting other people. So that's why, like, if nothing else, I will, if they retweet something from a creator, I will always retweet that. Like every time, like most of my tweets are retweets, either that or angry stuff, yelling at idiots. But,
dig that.
It happens.
I want to say hi to Rough Girl TV, stopped in channel member. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, keeping the lights on. Rough Girl, good to see you guys. Please subscribe to Rough Girl TV. Hail to King of the Squibs. Subscribe to that channel. What is going on, man? Good to see you. Got some awesome people in the chat. He said Rough Girl says can't stay long. Wanted to show some love I appreciate you showing some love, honey. You have a great weekend. Hope you're having a good time over there. James Hayes is in the chat. Hey, Steven, your guests and everyone in the chat. Hope you're having a great night. E-Tip hit the wrong button. Good to see you. Good to see you, my brother. Hail, dude. It's James always bringing the positivity, man. I love that. Love the growing independent creators, supporting one another. Actually, I was just interviewing Mike, guys. I wanted to ask Mike another question. What is it like to get to work with other artists, other musicians, and have them, and have them a part of your projects?
Dude, I am so blessed. I feel so humbled with working with these incredible people, because like a few of them, like I've been listening to for years, man. Blue Starley in particular, he's like a huge influence. Jimmy Urine of Minor Self-Indulgence, Rob from Psycho Stick, literal like people I'm literally a fan of in my musical path, man. So I just feel really humbled and blessed. And when I take a minute to think about it, it's it's a beautiful thing. But all with different file waiting times. So I'm always waiting for files, as I say. but it's all good. It's all
Musicians,
good.
Man. You guys are all busy.
They're all busy, man. But it's all good.
What do you do? Are you just musically? Are you a writer, singer? What instruments do you play?
Well, in the project, I write the songs. I sing in my band Mixie One, but on this project, I provide guide vocals. And I sing as the lead character, Omega, and guitar and synths and things. But a lot of the times on songs, my strength is in like broad songwriting, like the overall song, the structure, the lyrics, stuff like that. But one thing I'm not so strong in is sound design. That's something which kind of has eluded me. I'm a preset guy, go through synths, find presets and work it out from there. So on quite a few songs, I'll ask some more sound design inclined people to add an extra synth line or something like that. And that works out really well. So it's a lot of fun.
Nice. But you think that's something Tony Tone Deaf would be able to help him out with? Maybe guide him through?
I was honestly thinking that, man. My co-host is he produced and he knows how to do. He's very musically inclined. Yeah, he's a sound engineer. Yeah, he's a talented guy, and he's actually looking to get into video editing as well too. Just to drop that out there, if anybody needs a video editor. But yeah, I could put him in touch with you. Absolutely.
Cool. See how it rolls, dude. I'm suddenly feeling quite self-conscious of like, you've got such awesome backgrounds, man. You're on a starship, dude.
Got that Orville background.
Were you scaring Orville again this week? What's going on?
Interesting what you say about music. It does bring people together. I was a fan of a guy, Co.ag. Have you heard of his stuff? He does a lot of, there's music that you'll hear in a lot of YouTube videos, and it's his stuff. And then I don't know how he found me, but I was listening to his stuff, and then he started writing music specifically for my videos. And then through that, Top Fives, they did their big group. They followed him and then saw my channel and says, well, you're going to start writing for us. So music was the whole key. And it's amazing how it does that.
Music unites.
Glue. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking through some stuff. All right. Yeah, this is the moment when I'm trying to. I'm sorry, guys. I was looking through articles. My bad.
I'm being quiet,
No, you don't have to be
quiet.
quiet.
Right?
You being quiet.
I'm waiting for the buzz to kick in. It's getting there. I got it. We were doing Crown Royal Apple and Sprite on the rocks tonight, and the usual other party favors sprinkled in along the way. So, like I said, empty house. I might as well have fun.
Oh, I've got to do it.
Yeah, man. God,
take the Orville out for a spin later.
That's what they got. So, did you get a chance to go on PJ's channel again from the other week?
I did. I went on. We reviewed the 12th episode of season 2, and we're getting ready to do. We were going to do 13 this week, but he had to postpone due to some internet issues. So we'll probably do the new one next week, because I know the show's coming back. It's like the second week of June, Doc?
June, yeah, I think so.
There? 6th, I think.
Is it the 6th? Okay.
I think so.
So yeah. So we'll be like right on time with those Thursday reviews. God, that is fun. It's it's funny though, because I have to censor myself sometimes, and I kind of slipped and I went full Doom Tep last week on PJ, and then I went back and I watched the stream, and you can actually see his soul leaving his body on his square at one point. It was so, I was like, after I was watching, I was like, oh shit. And God bless him, he's such a good, he didn't say anything. He was like, and a wonderful homage to our good friend Doomcock. And I was sitting there and I was keeping kayfabe, but in my head, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
Good job, Pete. Good man.
Awesome.
Real quick, I got a member chat out here, dude. Thank you so much. 8 months. Thank you for supporting my channel. Ruben is awesome. I met him in Orlando. The very first fan I ever got to meet in person, and I almost walked right by him. He was like, "Steve," he grabbed me. I was like, "I'm about to punch this dude in this wheelchair. What's going on?" It's Ruben. I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" Yeah. I was get a chance to see him. Great person, man. It is so cool to meet people in this community. When you have a chance, you get out there and the fellowship is full of people who are supporting one another, have been for years, created friendships, and it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. So getting to meet Ruben, I love you, brother. Thank you so much, dude. You made me feel like $1 million. Ruben Christopher Haynes says, "Hail to the panel, hail to the chat. We will never kneel. Respect and salute to the talented Mike Evans. Good people attract good people. Yet we are also open to attack. We will never lose hope." Hail, brother. Thank you.
Ruben showed up in my chat a couple weeks ago, and he actually won his player on our Wednesday night quiz game. I think it was Brahma. Was it Brahma? I can't remember if it was Brahma or not, but yeah, Ruben won. He got one of our I can reach back and not fall over because I'm fat. We've got he won a kazoo and a trading card with the official logo on it here. Where they all spilled out everywhere. Oh, that's great. Here's one. Let me find one that's not that'll show up on the fucking. He won one of the Place to Be Reviews kazoos.
Nice.
And the official pro wrestling trading card from my days in the ring. So Ruben got one of those for winning for being the big winner in the quiz. And I'm working on more giveaway stuff. I've got other things in the works right now. We're working on actually specifically some shirts and hats and stuff like that. So yeah,
awesome,
the
man.
goodie bag.
Yep. Yeah, that's got to get that swag.
Is he getting the pink kazoo? Is Ruben getting the pink one?
I can't remember what color I sent him, because like me and the wife just sat there and put stickers on a bunch of them, and she helped me write out the envelopes and we just mailed them out. So I got another about half dozen or so. I'm kind of waiting because we gained a couple more about 2 or 3 new channel members this week. So going to be packaging up some more stuff as soon as, like I said, everybody shoots me addresses and get all that mailed out. I don't care. I mean, to a certain extent, but like postage got expensive. I sound like an old person here, but postage got damn expensive. Like to mail out like a kazoo, like an envelope, like I've got one of the envelopes right here because I'm professional, and I'm an adult. But one of these was like $5 to mail one of these out with a kazoo and a trading card in it, and it was like, holy shit! Like, and I mailed like 10 or 12 of them out the first shot,
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was just like. Maybe it's the June me. I don't know. Probably, but I was like, oi! I was like, $60 some. I'm like, hey, what am I made of money here?
So, hey, Popcotton says YouTube has many of his comments blocked in your live streams.
They do.
Yeah.
I cannot see any of his comments ever. And I went and checked. We went and checked. I went through literally all 137 accounts that I have blocked, which are literally almost all the same person creating accounts to try and troll me. And he's been doing this for 3 years. It's amazing. This guy has staying power. I give him credit, That's why I have no problem giving him a shout out on the stream. I'm like, dog, you're helping the watch time. I'm like, more power to you. Give me that thumbs down. I don't. The great Eric July said, monetize your haters, and I'm like, absolutely, I will monetize the shit out of you. But no, man, Papa Cotton. I never. No, we checked, dude. I went through and looked through every one of those, and we did not have you blocked, brother.
All right. James Hayes says, okay, so who are Mike Evans and Adega? How do you not know who Adega is, James? And we're meeting them for the first time. Adega Outlaw has been in the fellowship for the last 3 years. He is a writer. Introduce yourself, Adega. Let James know who you are.
I just did. This show's about Mike, isn't it?
I'm getting to Mike. I'm getting to.
Well, showbiz is about repeating yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry, dogs interfering with life. I've been around. That's just it. I'm a quiet guy. You know, I listen more than I do anything else. You know, but when people get me on, sometimes I'll talk high philosophy and
dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah, crazy dog that barks at its own shadow. I retired from being a doctor 6 years ago, and now I write. And from what I was starting to listen about Mike and Walton, you were talking about getting a message across without people knowing or pushing an agenda, but you're still telling what you know to be true. That's what I've been doing with these books. These are real people that I knew in my practice and throughout years, put in fictional environments, and then I just tell a story with their personality, how people really would react, not how people say Mary Sue reacts or however you. And you know, I hang out. That's what I do. People like my stuff. Monday, I might have some people that you would really want to see on my channel to help celebrate the books. We'll see. I have some promises. Anytime you get a promise on something like that, expect only 10%. That's just the rule. But yeah, you want to get me on a roll, start talking healthcare. I'll go nuts on you.
All right. And James, this is Mike. I just met him a couple weeks ago on Comics Division Chat. A link for his channel's in the description below. Mike, just give him a little intro. What do you do?
Sure. So I run XRL7, which is a YouTube channel, which is a cyberpunk pixel art animated YouTube web series / music project about a fictional band called XRL7 and their trials and tribulations through the music industry. It's a mix of comedy, social commentary, and original music, featuring appearances from lots of awesome, talented artists from the metal, rock, and electronic world, alternative music. And yeah, check it out.
Yeah, definitely. James, good to check out his channel. Beautiful. Good. He's one of us. No, my brother.
You know what's so cool? It's like with meeting you on Comics' channel on when we did that a couple of weeks ago, man. Since then, man, I've been introduced to so many awesome people like you guys here, and lots of new channels and friends to make and stuff to explore. And it's really encouraging to see that there's so many awesome people speaking out and with a like-minded ideology. And
well, you got a sub from me a minute ago. I mean, if you're writing good music, I am all about that. I mean, once upon a time I was a pro. This is my old reed for one of my saxophones. You know, I played. I know music, and I'm really interested in hearing your stuff.
Nice, man. Oh, got some soul.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I mean, I've been around since, like, I guess our little indie sphere, or a little now, it ain't little now, but when that first got started, and met great people like Flip, Fandom Collective, met some great creators out there, and everyone kind of had the same idea of getting our message out, because the first cluster of channels that started, they weren't even monetized when they started speaking out against entertainments being used as platforms to espouse propaganda and division, and calling this stuff out and getting attacked by the mainstream media and being trapped out of it, you know, by and there's this echo chamber that was created within the garbage tier websites, media, actors, and so it really did create a grassroots counter push to that type of ideology, and created something, and been blessed enough to be a part of that has kept going to this day. People working together, promoting each other, looking out for one another, making sure that our voices are heard, whether we agree or disagree, because that's the most important thing, is the ability to have discourse among people. That is how you exchange ideas, and that is how you bridge understanding. So I'm glad that you found this space, and sometimes it ain't safe though, Mike. Sometimes you're gonna find criticism.
And never go in the woods.
Hail to that, brother. Mr. Tickle Trunk, you don't have to do this, man. Thank you so much, channel member. I appreciate you. Always ask yourself, are your sunglasses indoors cool? Oh, that's for you, Adega.
I got a better pair. I just never wear them. 1 second.
Oh, no. Well, now you're going to get a showcase, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Hail to you, brother. Thank you for keeping the lights on. Thank you so much for all the help and all the work that you do in this community. Hail to Dick's Division. Love you, my brother. Thank you, Lasso of Truth out there, throwing out links for our friend Mike. Appreciate you. Darren, like my father before me. What is up, dude? Good to see you. There's one of your UK brothers right there. Darren, good to see you, man. Hail my international audience. I love y'all. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you. So while he's getting sunglasses, let's talk about a topic. Why not? ETAP. ETAP, have you seen this?
Yes, sir.
A new horror film, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, turns into cold-blooded slasher film. You ready for this, ETAP? Do you think he's going to be gender fluid?
Gender fluids.
This kills me, man, because it was difficult enough to watch Winnie the Pooh get killed in South Park. You know, Randy Marsh choked him to death. And now he's a killer.
He's a killer.
I grew up with the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh on the Disney Channel, but this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I mean, holy jumped up space Jeebus spaghetti monster. This is. I don't even know where to start with this. I mean, first of all, his face looks like a melted. His face looks like a fucking Orange County housewife after too many Botox injections, you know, when they hit like a certain age and the elasticity in their skin just kind of goes all haywire with the Botox. That's kind of what he looks like. I probably out of morbid curiosity will watch it. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you're talking to I watch Captain Marvel. I watched Captain Marvel 3 times. Why can't I watch this, you know?
3?
That was for research purposes.
I just watched Mauler's video. That's all I needed.
Well, I love his videos, but you know, it's like there's they're so sparse at times. I can only rewatch The Last Jedi Deconstruction like so many times.
Right.
But no, man, I dig his stuff. But yeah, this looks fucked up. This is. I mean, what's next? Are the Muppet Babies going to become the Critters? I mean, animal. I could see that. Maybe Skeeter and Scooter because I think they may have off their parents. They should make the Snorkels into a horror. Could you? That's a great. I think it's a good idea. I still. This is gonna sound. I still have a stuffed Snork from when I was a kid. I do. It's All Star. It's the yellow one. Yeah, I have the yellow one with he's got this star in his shirt. Yeah, that's the one I've got because it's in Trey's
represent.
Right. I don't know. Is anybody interested? Just on the fly for seeing a horror Pooh?
Isn't that Amber Heard a horror Pooh?
That is a very aggressive, narcissistic Pooh. All right, I don't know if this Pooh is going to be that type of Pooh.
It's going to sob without tears. I mean, how does that even work? How does the Pooh do that?
I hope this isn't actual footage because that doesn't look too good.
Actually, I think it is. It reminds me of Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes,
the same vein.
Yep.
I watch Killer. Mike, you ever seen Killer Clowns?
I have not. Any good?
You need to see Killer Clowns. Yes, it is so B. It is so bad. It's one of those so bad it's good movies.
I love that.
It's a cult. It's like a cult classic now at this age. Like I remember watching that movie and when after it came out, I was a little kid. I was like, this is freaking cool. I hate clowns, but man, that I remember watching that with my grandma before she died. Like she sat there and watched that whole movie and going, what the hell are we watching? It's like the clowns are aliens. Grandma, watch. They're gonna make people into cotton candy.
Well, let's take a look. This is from JB Augustine from Bounding into Comics. Guys, please subscribe to Bounding into Comics. Check them out. And hail to Drew Taylor out there. Guys, check out his Twitter. Throw him some love and support. He's going through a rough time right now. Love my brother Drew. So this is what happens when certain characters fall into public domain in what should be considered a bra moment and maybe a cash grab. An indie filmmaker aims to subvert expectations, as Hollywood likes to do, with presenting a classic children's literary character in a light that drains him of all wholesome innocence and whimsy. I mean, are there going to be boobs? Is this a classic horror? First off, my horror films ain't horror film without boobs. It gotta be like a naked chick get murdered somewhere in this film. And
gratuitous
it looks like we got
nudity.
some bondage. It looks like we got a little bondage going in here.
I'm good with that. I mean, nothing wrong with a little fucking rope play on a fucking Saturday night. You know,
like that. Mike, how do you agree? Little rope
Oh yeah, well it's Saturday night right now, so let's get them out.
ladies and gentlemen, get your gag balls and spreader bars. We're gonna have some fun. It's
Dig it.
Get nasty.
Dig it.
So this sort of live stream.
No, it's this kind of party. I brought the wrong kind of drugs.
So let's see. Dread Central provides us and whatever number of curious gorehounds up for this kind of stuff with a first look at Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, a film and first effort by writer-director Rice. Is that Rice? Oh God, how you pronounce Rice?
Reese, isn't it Reese or Riss?
I don't know. It doesn't. It's not my type of white. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, and Frank Waterfield. I'm just going to say Frank Waterfield. I can read those.
There's a couple actors like Jonathan Rhys Davies, and I believe he spells his middle name like that. So I guess I would say Reese, but I'm bad with names. So
all right, man. So I apologize for y'all. I can only read like Western white people shit. That's just who I am. The site provides image of curiosity of IMDb and some background. There's not much discern about the Arcane project. We see in the stills that the people in farm animal-inspired Halloween masks, one of them in a grotesque piglet costume, another one wearing a guy's face. Wait, what? Where's the piglet?
Oh bother.
Hot tub. There he is.
There you go. Oh, damn.
Look at. Can you hear Pooh right now?
Yeah.
Piglet, come here. We're going to strangle this girl with the big tits, Piglet. Okay, I don't have a good Pooh impression. I mean, I really don't know what to say. I guess I never spent time practicing a Winnie the Pooh impression. You know, I don't know.
Sound like DG Payne. You'll do all right.
She shall. John Cena. She shall. Vinny. She shall. Can't see me.
I'm kind of interested in this, and it's not just the breasts. You know,
don't lie, Steve. It's mostly the breasts.
Mostly the breasts. I got to think about blood to tits. Stalking a group of women that appears to be having a getaway in a fancy and probably remote lodge equipped with a pool and other amenities. The psycho killers taunt them, writing "Get out" in blood on the windows before finally striking when the ladies are lounging in a hot tub, going for a swim, or trying to escape with their lives to no avail. I mean, it's okay. It's going to be a slasher film. All right. I mean, it's an interesting take. I don't think. Do you think anyone's trying to destroy society by using a public domain Winnie the Pooh to do a film like this, or do you think it's just the shock and awe factor from an indie creator? That's what I think.
They're just trying to have fun.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't think this is done with malice or ill will, you know, towards the lighthearted. I just think it's, hey, this is public domain. We can use this because it'll get traction on, you know, on social media. It'll trend on Twitter, and they know these guys probably know. They've probably been in the YouTube game. They know that YouTubers are going to talk about stuff like this because the sites are going to talk about stuff like this, because that's their business. And, you know, the cycle perpetuates itself. And here we are talking about, you know, what started out as probably a very inebriated pitch meeting or conversation among these guys. They were probably high as shit or drunk. And they're like, you know what would be dope? Hey, Winnie the Pooh is public domain. What if? Now hear me out. What if?
Right.
What if we turn this into like, all right, now look, you guys remember this? They're probably like, you know, late 30s, early 40s, around there, or maybe, I might be off on that, but I would just think making this kind of movie is kind of like an homage to like the slasher films of the 80s and kind of how ridiculous some of the franchises got.
Yeah.
So then you incorporate Winnie the Pooh on this. So yeah, it'll be worth a watch, I think, honestly, just for shits and giggles. I'm a horror fan anyway, and I've watched some god awful horror movies. Shang-Chi included. So I saw the Eternals, for God's sakes.
I think I think the director may have a little bit of a horror porn fetish, which do you you masturbate to what you do. But I'm totally cool. I'm cool with checking this out. I think like I said, it's just people trying to grab attention. They're going to talk.
In
about
fairness,
it.
it's like they're wearing masks of Winnie the Pooh. It's not literally taking the character like they did with like Luke Skywalker and dragging him through the mud or anything.
Right.
I want the video game.
It looks like we're not going to be preached to about non-binaries or cutting your dick off or anything like that. It doesn't look like anything like that's going to happen here. If you give me just a good slasher film, I'm fine with that.
I can't wait for the Mary Sue to write articles about it being misogynist. That's just video fodder for me.
Totally will. There's a problem here. There's a hot chick in a hot tub. That's too much hot. Can't have that. What is her pronouns? Does she have pronouns?
How does she identify these?
Right. Yeah, I mean, and if it's well done, there's been a lot of indie film, a lot of indie horror that's come out that have created entire franchises, and if they are using every dollar amount, stretching every single dollar amount that they can to make a good suspenseful horror, it might turn out to be something, might turn out to be something really good and really, funny, if at best funny.
The best thing from that Christopher Robin movie was the fucking the video meme of Pooh turned into General Grievous when Ewan turns around, he's like, Pooh, and Pooh's like, he's General Kenobi.
What's up, Brahma Bull? Howdy, dude. Thank you for
Yo,
channel
Brahma.
member, keeping the lights on. Love you, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know any. Let's say one more count. Who's looking forward? Is anyone looking forward, or does anybody have any care to see Blood and Honey? Mike, how about you?
I'll give it. I'll wait for you guys to do a video about it, and I'll watch that.
Okay. Follow the herd. Thank you. Let's see. What about you, Adega?
I have no interest other than listening to the hate that comes from people trying to make excuses of why it shouldn't exist. I find that absolutely hilarious, and I look forward to seeing that. The show, not interested.
Okay. All right. And I guess ETEP, you pretty much said your answer. They've got bondage. There's chicks tied up in a hot tub. I mean, a little bit of horror porn.
I'll watch it.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're a brave man, ETEP. I'm surprised you're still a sane man. Maybe you aren't. You just put on a good act. I don't know.
I remember I was a professional wrestler. There's a thing called kayfabe, so I just might be insane. Who knows? This calm, collected, cool demeanor might just all be just a thin veneer over the mouth of madness, as it were. Not really. I'm just this what you see is what you get. And there's
American Psycho with wrestling.
Exactly. No, it's funny though, because like I said, I've met a handful of other YouTubers, and they'll tell you it's pretty much off camera is what the same as I am on, except when I'm sleeping.
Darren says, "What's next? A Nightmare on Elmo Street."
Nice one, Darren.
I want to see that. Elmo's gonna get all the little piggies.
Oh man, I was kind of hoping
bust out the Elmo voice in a while.
I was kind of hoping Tommy would stop by for this one. I just saw this article today. Scientists really surprised that a gene editing experiment unexpectedly turns hamsters into hyper aggressive bullies.
That's what happened to Tommy. He's a hyper aggressive guinea pig.
That's it. Habitual line stepper. I just here we go, guys. It's they're gene splitting shits now. I mean, I think they've been doing it for a while. Black ops operations and stuff like that. I'm sorry, you can't tell me with all the advances we've made in the last 30 years that there's not some mad scientist out there or some government funding a strange project for a super soldier that involves gene splicing and editing and all that. I mean, I think it was I think it'd be stupid not to think that. I mean, what do you think, Doc? Think they're mad scientists out there?
Well, considering what happened during World War II, even a little bit in World War I, both from Japan, from the United States, Germany, Russia, all of them were doing this stuff. That was almost 100 years ago. The advancements we've gotten since then, I guarantee you they have not stopped playing around with this crap. And I'm sure we've got some really weird things. And every once in a while they get out and cause trouble. But yeah, this is old news. Guarantee it's old news. They've had these things since the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's read through a little bit of this, guys. And I just thought it was interesting, Thought it would be funny.
I just like the way they phrase it. Gene editing sounds so pleasant, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's all in the phrasing, Mike. It's all in how they phrase it and present that information.
I'm not a big fan of most editors, even gene editors.
A team of neuroscience researchers was left really surprised after a gene editing experiment unexpectedly created hyper-aggressive hamsters, according to a statement by the Georgia State University. The GSU research, published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, set out to find more about the biology behind the social behavior of animals. The scientists used Syrian hamsters, a revolutionary technology, CRISPR-Cas9, a revolutionary technology that makes it possible to turn on and off genes in cells. The technology knocked off the receptor of vasopressin, a hormone associated with enhanced aggression. All right, I'm going to say these words. Dega, you got to correct me if I'm wrong, because you know me, I can't pronounce shit. The scientists anticipated...
This is fun to watch.
No. The scientists anticipated that doing so would dramatically alter the social behavior of the Syrian hamsters, making them more peaceful. It did change their behavior, but not how they expected. They were really surprised at the results. The study's lead author, GSU professor H. Elliot Albers, in the university statement, we anticipated that if we eliminated vasopressin activity, they would reduce both aggression and social communication, but the opposite happened. The hamsters without the receptor displayed high levels of aggression toward hamsters of the same sex compared to their counterparts with the receptors intact, the study said. This suggests a startling conclusion, per the statement. Even though we know the vasopressin increases social behaviors by acting with a number of brain regions, it is possible that the more global effects of AVPR1A receptor are inhibitory. The counterintuitive findings showed that the scientists don't know what the fuck they're doing, understand the system as well as we thought we did. Developing gene editing hamsters was not easy, Alberts went on. He added that it was a better understanding of the role of vasopressin and social behavior is vital in helping scientists identify new treatment strategies for psychiatric disorders in humans, ranging from autism to depression. They're going to make a bunch of, my God, they're going to make a bunch of crazy psycho autists is what they're going to do. Oh my God.
Yep.
And they're going to, that's what they're looking for.
Twitter already did that.
Oh, Twitter did already have that. But now they're going to go out and actually fight us. Now the question is, would they have Riri strength? I mean, I'm not, hail my brothers out there, my autistic brothers out there, sisters out there. I'm just saying. Do you think that would be a case? I think they would morph into like some kind of a super disability.
No,
would they rule the world? Would they take us out like we're the Neanderthal?
We already have the solutions for this stuff. They're just monkeying around to try and make money off of some type of therapy.
Yep,
absolutely. But like you were saying earlier, like to think that they've not been working, still working with those technologies for the last 100 years that's crazy to even think. That's erroneous to
right.
propose.
And this
that
specific type of gene thing was done 30 years ago when the Chinese decided to claim ownership of it, saying that they had developed a set of twins where they mutated out undesirable traits, and that went horribly bad. Plus, they lied about the information. This just never worked right. It's never worked right.
And I would read years ago that they were trying to work on gene editing for things like obesity or addiction, like to find the genes that create those in people and then turn them off. Do you think that there is any kind of there is a positive any kind of positive way to use this technology?
No, not at all. There's too much that we don't know. Plus, when it comes to addictions or predilections to obesity and those type of things, there's more involved than just the genes. There are so many different aspects to it that you monkey with one, you screw up a dozen others. It's just always been the way. They start putting things in. I'm getting technical. Where like if you're going to work with diabetes, they start dealing with cell-mediated sugar uptake or prevention to help with that. When the easiest way to do it is to get off of all of it. I'm not telling anybody to do any of this stuff, okay? Especially if you have diabetes. But I have seen the easiest way to get off of all this stuff is just stop all that crap and eat a lot of protein. Boom, problem solved. Why does that happen 100% of the time? I don't know. But yeah, no, we can't monkey with stuff and get reliable results. Never have been able to. The simpler the solution, the better the results. It's always been the case.
I don't know. Anybody here would they be? Is there anything that you would allow this technology to be used on for yourself? Like if it came down to, I don't know, maybe immunity to diseases and so forth.
Oh, absolutely. Just for the hell of it. Yeah, make me into a supervillain. I'm fine with that. I'm already bald. I mean, I'm already bald. I shaved this beard. I'm Lex Luthor, baby. I mean, it's beardless and angry. Look like a big penis running around.
I don't know. Mike, would you alter for a larger penis? Would you allow gene editing for that?
Well,
put you on the spot, Mike.
Yeah, you've really sprung a hard one on me there.
Well said.
Well, with any of these things, I think, with any genetic stuff, I'm in favor of all natural. I don't like all this tinkering around. So, if someone's got a micro penis, and maybe they'd be up for it, but it's not really my scene.
For like a head in the bush, if it was that situation,
I mean, geez, well, that's a tricky thing to think about, isn't it?
It is.
Now, see, when it comes to things like that, you guys know, ETEP learned the other day, I have a special needs son, one of my threes, has some neurological issues. If they were to do things more on the transhumanist aspect,
right,
where you're using a technological device instead of monkeying what the body put together to begin with, that I could see. Someone with their little micro penis, you wrap some skin around something that can elongate a foot long. He's going to be a lot happier than splicing his genes and going cross-eyed and not here. It just makes more sense to me. I'm not a big fan of transhumanism unless it has specific reasons.
Yeah, it became a very aggressive. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that my son had brain injuries at birth, and so I understand that there's things like that could and he doesn't have we're blessed that he didn't have any long-term effects from what happened to him. I mean, 4 skull fractures at birth is is a big thing, but it was I mean, God, I remember seeing him in the hospital hooked to all the the dials and everything on his head.
Oh my God.
A bad doctor, let's put it that way. A horrible one that I almost.
You're going to say the truth.
Oh, absolutely.
I know how those happen. 99.9% of the time.
I as soon as I met this OB, I cringed. He's one of those guys like you walk into the room and his shirt's unbuttoned down to the middle of his chest. He's got he's got like 3 gold chains on, and you just looked at him and he's just smug. It's like and because our OB we had, she went on maternity leave a month before he was due, which was because she was like, she gave us our birth plan and he didn't want to do it. It was I don't want to go too deep into
Okay,
it,
yeah, brother, I'm sorry.
it was a whole mess. But yeah,
Man.
he's a piece of shit, and he got his in the end, so that's all that
Good,
matters.
good. Take away his porn stash and his Firebird. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I would go for that. I don't know, but I guess there's always that chance you could turn into a super strong autist with a huge dick. So I don't know. That sounds kind of aggressive and aggressively gay and something that might be scary.
If you're guaranteed to be taller than Tommy, and then you could pick on him,
Tommy's
I would
big.
say, do it.
Steven would do it. If he was like, they're like, hey man, look, you're gonna be like 6'8", but you're gonna have like a twitch to where like every like minute or so you're gonna be like in the middle of shit and you're just gonna be like that, like out of nowhere. You'd be like, Steven's like, yeah, Tommy, now what? Yeah, Tommy's like, what the? Steven's like looking down on him, and yeah, Tommy, you think that's funny? Tommy's like,
Every time the twitch happens, it would have to like instant erection too. All 13 inches.
Tommy would run away screaming.
So why keep punching
I'm not
him
a
in the
tree, Walton. I'm not a tree. Get away from me, Walton.
Someone's going to have to explain that to me off air, that tree thing.
I can't understand. I don't understand it, Mike. They think because I knew the word. I knew the word for people who were attracted to trees one day, and then
Dendrophiliac.
Yeah. So I don't even say it anymore. And and then that's it. Now I'm a tree fucker.
It's the power of the internet, isn't
We're watching a show on fucking like Nat Geo or something like that the other night about, it's called I Got Bit. It's all these wilderness, like this guy survived like a double grizzly bear attack, and as like they're reenacting the attack, me and the wife are sitting there and I'm like, can you see it now? They're like, bear fucker, are you okay? Is the bear hurting you? This guy's recalling getting mauled, and I'm just back calling him bear fucker. I'm like, I have no soul. I really don't. I'm sorry. God, I apologize.
It reminds me of that article Red covered a few weeks back of what was it? Those guys in India who broke into the nature reserve and were having sex with snakes, porcupines, and deer. Or yeah.
Why would you fuck a porcupine? Even if you're a masochist, Jesus Christ, have.
Don't know, bro.
Do you really want quills in your urethra? Or your balls? Think about that. Holy shit.
They were looking for a new level. There was a new level of excitement.
A snake? Just go find a chick with some strong thighs. I don't know. I mean, come on. That's what I did. Jesus. Get over your fucking self. Stop fucking animals. You're one step below furries, and they can get burned with fire. That's all I'm saying. Furries are like the scourge of humanity. Like, they're down there with they're down there at the lowest of the lows. Like literally, like old, like World War II flamethrower style with them. They're just, their costumes melt like cotton candy. It's freaking, I mean.
Hail to the chat. Thank you guys who just came in here. What's up? Just another red shirt. Good to see you, brother, man. GTFM chat, brethren. Thank you guys so much for being here. Awesome one's in the chat. What's up, awesome one? Good to see you. We're just having some fun today. It's a lazy day. It's a holiday weekend. I hope you guys are having a great holiday weekend. Thank you for spending your time here. Please smash that like, share out the link, and support all the wonderful creators on the panel. Links are in the description below. Thank you very much. So, speaking of entertainments being used for propaganda, Batman Fortress writer Gary Whitta defends Batman fleeing from Antifa and Black Lives Matter style riots. Holy shit. Right. Batman sees Antifa and BLM and goes, nah, I ain't messing with that. Even Batman doesn't even want to get on Twitter.
Batman fears to tread where Rittenhouse went to battle.
Hey, yep. Yeah, that's it. Somebody write that, it's like that. Oh my God, this is why is Batman running from a
Well, I mean, you choose your targets carefully, I suppose. I don't know, honestly. So
I could take on the Riddler. I could take on Bane, but I can't beat these Antifa punks. Oh my God. And the BLM, you know, those upper Manhattanites from New York, those rich kids at BLM, because they're all white. I'm afraid of them. They'll cancel me on Twitter.
Blue-haired land whales for the rescue.
Yeah. What? He's afraid of a bunch of fat bitches with fucking purple hair and half their head shaved, like throwing piss jugs? What the Come on.
Yeah, so it'll go through the reasoning in the article, but what I honestly believe is this is the way for the writer to project their ideology, you know, their belief system into the character, and 100%. Say, yeah, Batman agrees with them. That's why he's not going to attack them, because he agrees with Antifa and BLM and all of those groups that don't stand for anything that they supposedly stand for. One of the most fascist organizations on the planet is the anti-fascist group. And the BLM, that's already, if y'all ain't figured out that was a freaking scam by now.
By large mansions?
Yeah, by large mansions. Right. If you ain't figured out that was a scam.
Poor Patrice Cullors. She got attacked by pregnant Candace Owens. She was in fear for her life while Candace asked her security guards at her gated $1 million mansion for an interview. Oh, the humanity. Fuck you.
Oh, no, I said, Mike, are you a fan of Batman?
I am. Love Batman. Yeah, I don't see why he can't take out some... Yeah, I mean, cancel culture, man, it's a serious weapon, isn't it? So put the phones out, you know, hashtags.
Yeah, dig it. Popcorn says the feminists cut their hair out into male pattern baldness is the best. yes. Let's see. Real quick, Glisner says Bat Lives Matter. Mr. Tickletron says they have insurance, Batman, before he left the riot.
Yep.
Yeah, he does say that.
Yep.
They have insurance.
It
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's criminal activity going on. You know, they'll be all right. The rich man will take care of him, or you know, the insurance will take care of it. You know, just screw that affects everyone else.
That's kind of screwing him over, because I mean, he does know he's Bruce Wayne, right? And being as though he's a billionaire and he owns Wayne
Isn't
Industries.
He an Asian semi-bisexual dude now? Like, didn't they?
Oh wait,
that?
Is this Asian Batman?
I don't know if it's Asian Batman. They've changed his gender, or these changes is not whatever. They've changed him so many times at this point. I don't know.
Well, what I was gonna say was, like, his taxes are gonna go to pay the city's insurance on that. So he's the lion's share of his never mind. Logic and reason be damned. Let them burn. Just let him burn the city down. Just like we had the anniversary of 3 days ago of our patron saint of Saint Floyd. The Summer of Love. God knows all those innocent Target and CVS stores were integral in him overdosing on a highly, highly deadly drug after passing a counterfeit $20 bill while trying to buy Lucy's. But, pay no attention. Pay no attention.
No. He's a hero. He is a hero to the black community. What are you doing?
He's the greatest man who ever lived, baby. He's greater than Dr. King, according to Joe Biden.
Listener says, so Batman is the new Rorschach.
No, damn it.
Excuse me. Let's go to this article and see. This is from Bounty in the Comics. John F. Trent, guys, please subscribe to Bounty in the Comics. Check out their website, support them. Hail to our brothers and sisters over there.
Yeah, can I just say, if there is an Asian Batman, I hope his name is Bruce Wang.
Oddly enough, it was around the same time we had a Batwang in a comic. Was that the Asian Batwang, or was that the white Batwang that we got? I forget.
The porn parody.
Porn parody? No, it wasn't a porn. It was in a comic. That's exactly what we need. We needed that as much as we needed Superman getting effed in the ass. Getting taken. With a kryptonite cock ring. That's what we needed. Oh, God, dude, comics. They just want to burn. They just want to burn, man. So let's go forward here. In the first issue, Batman is called on to protect Gotham City during a massive global blackout and has shut down the energy grid, wreaked havoc on communication networks, and freed the prisoners of Arkham Asylum. Again, they cannot. Arkham needs to get shut down because they can't hold on to anybody over there. His first stop is a rooftop overlooking an electronics store being looted, and the connecting buildings that appear to be apartment buildings going up in flames as rioters armed with blunt objects storm the streets. All right, there's our hero. There's Batman. Batman decides not to intervene, rationalizing in an interior monologue, haven't seen a night like this in a while. Last time it was this bad was that damn fear gas in the water supply. Not so much I can do. Need to prioritize, hunt the big fish, protect the little fish. Protect the little fish. He's protecting the rioters by not kicking their ass. He says these places all have insurance. Not my job to protect their profit margins. Wow. In my father's day, the American dream used to mean something. An honest wage for honest work. Food on the table, liberty and justice for all. Now it's an illusion, a carrot on a stick, attainable by a few, dangled just out of reach of everyone else. So, I mean, there's a grain of truth in that, but I think that like I said, I think they're trying to make him align with Antifa, Black Lives Matter, rioters, that type of ideology, which is, again, like presenting a lot of what these cancel culture types do. They present an argument disingenuously to support their own point of view. That's what I think I read into that. Am I reading too much, or what do you guys think?
I was just gonna say he's acting like a biggety bat bitch right now. He should be down there shutting that shit down and not letting him burn his city to the ground. Right. This is clearly projection by the writer. This is a more thinly veiled I Am Starfire scenario. If you look at it like this, because honestly, this is a virtue. Now. Yeah, this is a virtue signal. It's that's it on every level. It's a virtue signal. Yeah. It's the writer ruining another character because they hold these weird, Marxist ideological beliefs.
Yeah, it's just it's a deep misunderstanding of what a robust economy actually how it works. We're assuming insurance is just there, like money is just there. It's just things that exist. Food's always on the shelf at the grocery store, not realizing there is a whole supply chain of both work as well as supply. And they got insurance. Yeah, but who pays for the insurance? How much do the rates go up? How much does that cost the little fish to have even less every time they destroy something else? The guy's a moron.
Mike, what do you think?
I think that's a pretty long monologue. He's just daydreaming while people are looting shit.
Right. He's philosophizing right now at the moment. He's thinking about his privilege.
But yeah, I totally agree. It's very author insert, isn't it?
It is. That's the way I see it. And Papa Cotton, shout out to you, my brother. Absolutely.
This town needs an enema.
Yes, brother. Yes. Thank you. So, that's the way it reads off to me. I mean, he continues on. He goes, a bigger TV, a faster car, shiny objects to keep the masses distracted while the whole world burns. You want to blame them for grabbing the carrot when the lights go out, go ahead, but don't look to me to stop them. That's not why I do this. He doesn't do this to stop criminals, guys. That's not his job. That's not his job. That's not the Batman that I remember. That's not the Batman that I've loved and supported for years. I think this is a lot of projection from the writers trying to justify again, and we've seen this time and time again. Don't look at the fire in the background. These are mostly peaceful protests. Like that. That's kind of the vibe I get from this. Those mostly peaceful protests. I think that a lot of the times the people who are creating the problems are the ones pointing the finger at others. And we're never going to solve any issues if we don't take care of the actual people making the problems. And over and over again, we see comics, television, the media protecting, creating a new narrative, creating false narratives to protect people who are out there making problems. I mean, remember Jussie Smollett, for God's sakes. We talk about that.
Juicy.
Juicy. Juicy. Obvious bullshit going on. But the media went ahead and protected that narrative. It was a couple Trump supporters out there at 3 a.m.
Evil evil white supremacist, Trump supporting the orange man with his mean tweets, evil white supremacist, Nigerians with their nooses and their bottles full of acid, screaming this is MAGA country in a gay neighborhood in Chicago, evil white supremacist Trump supporters in Chicago, rampant at 2 a.m. during a polar vortex, when
Right.
all Juicy Smollett wanted to shove down his throat was a foot long.
You know, sometimes a man just wants a foot.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I got to Seinfeld it, but seriously, Juicy. I mean, you know, come on.
You go ahead, brother.
No, it's fine. It's the joke. The joke has resolved itself of its own volition at this point. I mean, the guy is a walking parody.
Yes, and then you look at like the whole Amber Heard trial, right? The Johnny Depp Amber Heard, like how it's come to now, and as far as what it has been in the last several years. She's a victim. This narcissist who took a shit in somebody's bed is totally leave all women. No, forget the psychos. I was watching that Bill Burr comedy special again, Paper Tiger. He goes off on that.
Yep.
What about the crazies? You know, can we see like 88% of women? What about the crazies that are out there? Because you can't unilaterally believe anything. And I mean, the narrative that the media has put out for years, you know, she's this victim and she's not. I mean, it's obvious. I ain't saying Johnny Depp's a hero or anything, but like when you have such an overwhelming falsehood presented to protect bullshit, it's like piling bullshit on top of bullshit. Over and over again, we have seen how these ideologies collapse in on themselves, but they keep protecting them using our media. They keep protecting this echo chamber. And what really gets me is when they take characters like this. You could have made this into a decent story. You could have presented this definitely in a way Batman would have handled it, which would have been throw a smoke bomb down there. He would have scared the shit out of there. He wouldn't have fought all of them, but he'd have done something. He'd have scared them, moved on, found the source of the problem, and tried to fight that. He wouldn't have run away. He wouldn't have said, I'm not doing this. This isn't my job. This isn't what I do. It's projection. It's complete projection by the writers, and it's one of the reasons why modern comics are dying. Support your indie creators out there.
This would actually be okay. Now, hear me out. This is going to sound like a crazy idea, but say you take this scene right here, this whole story with this riot, this Antifa, this BLM riot, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So remember the scene from Batman vs Superman. I know it's not a great movie, but hear me out, where Batman just finally says, fuck it, and just starts gunning motherfuckers down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just saying, this would be the scene right here where we could see Batman just be like, it would be great if it was like old, if it was Thomas Wayne, like, Flashpoint Batman, it was Thomas Wayne out there with like just twin Glocks just laying out. I'm just saying, we've all thought it. I'm just saying, allegedly.
Do you think he would have been you think he would have taken the gene editing supercock autism formula and then went out there and did that? Or just
that's why we saw Bat Dong was the super gene editing.
Gotcha.
That's why we saw Bat Dong. He was oh my God. What's happening to my dick? Oh no.
All right, so well,
Catwoman, come here. I got a bowl of milk. Come here.
Well, Batman decides not to interfere because there might possibly be bigger fish to fry, and the insurance companies will cover the damages. He still leaves innocent citizens at risk. Not only that, his decision shows that he's a hypocrite, as earlier in the issue, Bruce Wayne and Alfred defended Wayne Manor from a couple of thieves who believed the home to be empty and decided to do some looting of their own. Well, I mean, that's his privilege. Damn, is that Bruce? That's not Bruce. Is it? Okay, all right, because that's an ugly ass. That had to be a villain. Yeah, I mean, well, that's his house. You know, it's different. You know, it's just civilians. They got to go. Would have defended this depraved and hypocritical depiction of Batman on Twitter, writing, any negative review I get from the right-wing critic who can't stomach the thought of Bruce Wayne might have a social conscience goes into my positive final review. Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. You know, they got the mask on.
What a fucking cuck.
Yeah, what a cuck.
Jesus Christ.
It's a social
Any
conscience.
negative review. I'll give you a social conscience here. You know the best thing you can do to have a good, clear social conscience. Be aware, have some self-awareness, and don't be an asshole to people around you. Be polite and courteous. It's free, cheap, and easy. You know, somebody looks at you, makes eye contact. Hey, nod and smile. We're all human beings. We only get one trip around the rock. Don't be a complete douchebag. How about that? When you walk past somebody, hey, how you doing? Have a good day. Whatever. You know, I've done that to people, and they look at you up north anyway. They look at you like you're fucking crazy half the time, unless they know you. It's like, why are you looking at me, or why are you talking to me if you don't know me? I'm like, well, because we're both human beings, and you know, I'm acknowledging your fucking existence. Right. You should be so privileged. No, it is. It's just sad. It's a sad state of affairs that this is kind of where we're at as a society. That, well, I mean, we kind of allowed ourselves to be put in this position. You know, how's that saying go? Those who want safety and security, or sacrifice liberty for security, deserve neither. Mm-hmm. I think, if I didn't butcher it too bad, but that's kind of where we're at. I mean, and this is not the same thing, but it's a microcosm of that, because that effect, the deconstruction of all of our myths, the demoralization of the populace as a whole, turning us into fucking mindless lemmings. Not all of us, obviously, but I mean, it's a literal hive mind. And, you know, Twitter's not representative of the population at large. What is it like? What they say, 6 to 8% of
less
adults?
Than 10%, yeah.
In America use Twitter. So it's a very concentrated voice. And I want the sale to go through, you know, so Musk can, you know, buy it. But what he's doing right now is actually smart. He's playing chess. He's not playing checkers. He's playing chess with them, because he's getting them to admit they committed fraud. Is what he's doing, and good for him, you know, because it scared a lot of the weirdos right off the bat when it was announced he was going to buy it. They all started pissing themselves and having meltdowns and jumping off, you know, allegedly jumping off the platform. You know, half these check marks don't want to give up that social status, because that's what it's tantamount to, is a social status. It's something that they can tout on their, you know, at their cocktail parties or whatever, you know. But what, yeah, these people like this are fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm ranting.
No, please. That's what we do. It's a live stream. It's all good. I don't know. Mike, what do you think? Do you think that, what do you think of this comment?
I think I love the way that it's the use of the term right wing, isn't it? So anyone who's got a differing opinion is automatically right wing. So, yeah, I think Gary Wanker was his name. Gary Whitta. Yeah, he,
Yeah, that's pronounced right. You got it.
Okay, cool. Right, thanks. Sorry, it's my accent sometimes. Yeah, I don't really have much more to add to that. It's he's kind of spelled it out for it in that Twitter post there. That you know he's projecting onto it.
Yeah, Adega, any comment on that?
No, Tickle Trunk was pretty dang close to it. It said, how can he be social conscious and approve of looting? They are diametrically opposite. Social conscious was something that we had 60 years ago when a riot like that would take out. People were allowed to defend their property, and the police defended the people and their property. And these people didn't have the opportunity to run amok and had to actually go out and get a job if they wanted to feed themselves. And if they wanted a new TV, they had to work for it. Instead of depriving everybody else of a low insurance wage, of a cheap grocery bill, and easier time at the gas pump. We have nutsos that do this and make life miserable for everybody, not just the poor owner of the store who poured their whole life's energy into making it operate, and then get a third of what it was worth on some insurance bill that never covers the damages that happened. It's all a farce. These guys are idiots. Just like you said, they're projecting their ideas of what an ideal society would be like, where you can grab and steal and loot from the rich, who they think get there because they don't deserve it, when the vast majority of them have been hardworking people. It's just nuts.
It is. Mr. Tickletron brings up a good point. And what about all those apartments on top of those stores, like in Kenosha?
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. And the narrative is fucked. Thank you, Keely, for throwing out links out there. Awesome One says Modern Comics took 1 hour a panel to download. Glizzard says Bruce Wayne, Bat Punisher. He also says I am Gotham's reckoning pain. What the fuck? No doubt. Mr. Tickle Trunk says, how can you be socially conscious and approve of looting? That's a contradiction.
Yep.
Because you're destroying people's livelihoods, you're destroying what they've built. It's destruction of another's. It's destruction of another person's life, a job. And that's being socially destructive, not conscious of someone else and their needs. I don't know.
And in a lot of those cases, they're destroying the very neighborhoods they live in. So it's like you're turning your own neighborhood into a third world hellhole. Congratulations. Now you know it's
like what ETEP was saying. Fortunately we moved into an area where you can leave your car running with the keys in it, the door open, go into the gas station or go into the grocery store. No one touches the car. Everyone says hello. People in line are really nice to each other. When you smile at someone, they're not instantly paranoid thinking that you're after something. They think, there is a friendly smile. I'm going to smile back.
Right.
That's social conscious. That's building a community that you want to be in. The rest is not. It's degradation of a well thought out and built society since the Renaissance. We've had many, many mistakes over the years and built up to something in the 40s, 50s, 60s, up into the 80s, where things got better and better and better. Now we're devolving because we're allowing a few people, like you said, this less than 6% on Twitter and some of these other things where they have such a large social voice where they're trying to convince people that this is okay. They've taken over the mainstream comic saying this is okay when it's not okay. It never has been okay. And the rational people are the ones who aren't buying this stuff, the ones who aren't allowing it to exist. And we're not going away. As much as they want us to go away, it ain't going to happen, because we're going to rebuild all the crap that they destroyed over and over and over again. That always happened that way. There's always going to be good people. We're going to win this. As much as we hate seeing this destruction of our mod, just like with your books, as much as we see the destruction of our modern mythology, it was built once, we'll build it again.
Build new ones.
Yep.
Like all the wonderful people out there that are making comics and novels, channels, and having their voices heard. That's there has been a lot of growth that's come out of the counterculture to that destruction. Real quick, I want to say hi to Tina Bojan. What's up, Tina? Channel member. Thank you for keeping the lights on, sweetie. Thank you for supporting all of our channels. Love seeing you. Awesome One says capitalism is oppression for these people. Well, they don't want to build. They want to take. They want to progress off the destruction of someone else, which is not progression. It is not. That's not growing. That's just stealing. That's taking from others. So yeah, man. Just another red shirt says it's not destroying what they've built to the author. It's taking what they exploited. That's what the author means by social conscience. Well said, man. Well said, my brother. Let's see. Tina says you're going to join Scott Nerdrotic. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Nerdrotic's going to be on Sporkin' News Podcast later. Guys, please go check that out. Support my brother Scott over there. He's knocking it at the park. Good for him, man. Mr. Tickle Drink says it's the material things, but it's also the hours of someone's life it took to acquire those things that is murdered. Most of us spend 2 to 5 of our lives at work. All the time is gone instantly. Yeah, any type of thriving, growing, attaining from the destruction of someone else is evil, in my opinion. There's no other way to put it. If you are taking something that isn't yours, if you are destroying someone else's reputation in order to grow yourself, then there's something wrong with you. You're a sick individual, and you're dirty. You shake hands with dirty people, you get dirty. Mr. Tucker Truck also says violence, destruction, and dogma are easy. But what is built endures. Delenn, Babylon 5. Yeah, you coming out with some Delenn quotes. I gotta watch B5 again, man. I got to. I know that Arwen, Fat Steven, there's a few other people that are doing a B5 retro review.
I was part of that. Tickle Trunk jumped in every once in a while.
Oh, cool. That is awesome. You're doing that too, Adega? You're a part of that?
When he was doing it, yeah, he's kind of got put it on the back burner for a little while.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, guys, go check that out. What channel was that on, brother?
Fats.
On Fats? Yeah, guys, go check that out.
Fats.
Check that out. Do you know what a fraction is? Don't you know what a fraction is? Maybe. I know. Two fists. Look, listen. I read it the way that I read it, and I can't apologize for that. Can't apologize, man. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I know. I get autistic sometimes, okay? I took the gene therapy. I needed a bigger dick. And that's what I have. And now, the next week, if I'm too violent, E-Tep will let you know. He'll say, we got to lock Walton down. We'll get a Dega. They'll be out there shooting me with some like Morbius juice or something, and it'll be all right. I'll be okay.
Whips and chains.
Thank God. Love you, brother. All right, let's end this with a little bit of fun. Most of us here saw the annihilation of what was the Game of Thrones. The great series that ended awfully. Well, BuzzFeed had something interesting. Imagine that. This woman made portraits of characters the way they're supposed to look, or the way they're described in the books. And so I just wanted to go through here, take a look at a couple of those, because I was a fan of that show up until they completely demolished it. And where the hell are the pictures? All right, there's. Can I get the pictures? What the hell, BuzzFeed?
No soup for you.
What the hell, BuzzFeed? What's going on? Hold on.
Refresh it.
You have to pay for a subscription to BuzzFeed to see the pictures, bigot.
Are you fucking kidding me? No, don't say that.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm refreshing it. Can I get the pictures? They're really not giving me the pictures. I would actually put you in the description and was going to promote BuzzFeed, you dumbass. That's crazy. Hold on, let me refresh it one more time. Technical
BuzzFeed's like, we got 2 clicks today because of this. Yay.
Yay. Yeah. It ain't even going to let us. Oh, you son of a... Hold on. Let me try to reopen it completely again.
You got a different browser?
No, I got a shitty-ass Google browser. They're tracking all my porn tabs, you know. And just guess it won't let me show.
This is a good time to segue into an ad for Surfshark VPN. I use it, and now none of my porn data is tracked. That's Surfshark VPN. Type in code Walton for 15% off. Surfshark VPN. Surfshark is not affiliated with this program in any way.
At all. I'm not. All right, BuzzFeed. The hell with you. Oh, I just found her Instagram though. Okay, you know what? So we're gonna end looking at the Instagram. There we go. That's what we're gonna do. So we couldn't find those pictures, guys. So instead, we're gonna look at a hot Asian bitch. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. There we go. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is all we got. What's up, Tim? Yeah, you showed up just for the debauchery. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. E-Tep, what do you think of that? Do you think that tape holds right there? I think that's
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're going down a down road because I didn't know what else to do because BuzzFeed wouldn't let me.
I guess. I mean, yeah, it's she have, I don't know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
We need more analysis here.
I don't know what you want. Well,
basically, I didn't know what to say. I just BuzzFeed wouldn't work for me. They were like,
going to a John Madden.
The bust feed.
She put Pat. She put the tape over the nipples and ran a belly option button hook pattern. It came boom across the middle. Tough acted, detected. Ace is the place for me.
Thank you.
I don't know.
At least Tim loved Asians. Should have had you on the panel. Tim would have started taking his shirt off and there goes my phone. No, guys, I love y'all.
Google heard Steven say, I love Asians. It's like Asian girls in your area. It comes up on his phone. It's like, da-da-da-da-dun, love you long time. He's like, Jesus, shut up.
All right, y'all. Oh, man.
I'll get my Chinese hat. It's right there. I might fall over trying to get it, though. Hang on. I have to step over the Lego pirate ship.
Oh, no, okay, never mind. Thought you had a picture of Amber in the background. Actually, I'm gonna hang on to this.
Son of a bitch.
These are some nice pictures. I'm gonna hang on to this Instagram. Oh, she did Tifa.
All right. Nice. On today's edition of Is It Racist?
Thank you.
Xi Xiao, Xi Xiao Shu, Shu Xi, Xi Jinping, Xi Xiao, Xi Shu, So Sare, Xi Xiao Shu, actually piss off, Xi Uyghurs, Xi Hard R, Xiao Shu John Cena, Xi can't see me.
Thank you very much for that public service announcement.
You're welcome.
We apologize, y'all. I wanted to bring that up, but BuzzFeed said no.
I know.
So I just threw a naked.
Got
Asian
that gangster lean with it now. There we go.
Poor Mike's gonna get off of this
like...
and think, man, what the heck did I just waste my life on?
Oh man, hail the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna go through these outros. Let everybody get back to their weekend. Please check out Sporting News Podcast. Go to next, and I believe ETAP, you're streaming later, right? You doing Saturday night? You doing your show?
We have
tonight?
Saturday night's main event at 10 p.m. Eastern. Absolutely.
All right, good man. Please make sure to check that out. Mods, if you could throw a link out. You already got the stream up on your channel?
Oh yeah, it's been up since last weekend.
Look at him.
I keep it up all week, Steven.
All week he keeps it up. He's
all
got
week.
The shot. He doesn't need the shot.
I work very hard.
He does.
And other penis analogies.
Yeah. Thank you. What's up? ETEP, tell them where they can find you, brother.
You can find me over at ETEP the place to be reviews. And you can go to Teespring and get Monday night going in raw merchandise just like this for all yous. Some of them on the back, it has the Monday night going in raw, no protection required. We got hoodies, tank tops, shirts, tote bags, cups. I think I got that wine tumbler on there, which my drunk ass needs, but I'm drinking whiskey tonight. So the hell with that wine. We're drinking whiskey. I go live every Monday night, 8:35 Eastern. The main show going in Raw. We have a member stream. Yeah, you can become a Kazooian and get a Kazooian prize pack right here. That's a trading card of Kazoo mailed to you from me, just as a small token of my appreciation for supporting the channel. It's only $2.99 a month, very affordable. We got 22 members now. Welcome Medi and Nefarious, our new channel members. And Wednesdays we have our Rogue Entertainment Show, 9 p.m. Eastern, with a channel member stream 1 hour prior to that at 8 p.m. Video releases all week. I am a little bit behind on the Nitro videos. I'll be getting the week of the 23rd done tomorrow, and then the pay-per-view will be the following week. So we'll be off by a week, but it's okay. You guys love me. And much more coming on the channel. Double or Nothing AEW pay-per-view review on Sunday night over on my boy Angelus Draven's channel. We're gonna watch the pay-per-view and then we're gonna review it live after. I think there'll be like 5 or 6 of us doing that. So yeah, come on over, subscribe. It's free and always will be. And I enjoy producing content, man. And I get to collab with a lot of great people. It's nice meeting Mike, and it's always good streaming with Doc.
All right, thank you, ETEP guys. Please subscribe to ETEP Coon, another place to be reviews. And thank you very much for being here. Next up is Adega Outlaw. Tell me where I can find you, brother.
Adega Outlaw YouTube. I do the Twitter thing. My one book, that one there, you can't see it because of the reflection, is in reprint, 2nd edition, hardback for a short time on Amazon, and then I'm going to switch to paperback. The whole series of books will be out hopefully by this time next year, so you'll have the whole epic. It sells really well. I'm very happy with it. The Blood Witch, which is a fantasy, not sci-fi, is going to hit any day. Like I said, I think they're working on some font issues. I used a certain font for certain parts of it, and sometimes it drives me nuts, so they're going to fix that. Monday, since I can't sit down for too long and any long periods of time, I'm going to have at least 3, possibly 4 small streams where I'm inviting people on who've read my stuff, and I'm taking sound bites. They can just tell you what they thought of it, and I'm not worried about it at all because I have never had anyone say anything bad, just wonderful reviews. Possibly someone really exciting who's read my stuff is going to be there. You guys will know who this person is and be very excited if you get a chance that person makes it. But that's going to be fun. And I'm going to start promoting the heck out of my stuff because it gives you an alternative instead of finding Batman running away from Antifa like a little girl. After this stream, I'm going to literally, I'm going to Mike's channel. First time I've heard of his stuff, and I'm going to start listening and watching his stuff because I am all about independent musicians. If you guys know anything about the music world, you know about the creative world because he kind of combines the two, from what I can tell. If you know anything about the music world, it has so many people involved that crush creativity, that take away the options and the opportunities for those who are real brilliant, and only promote those people who they can completely control, and not only just what they make, but also what their voice is, what type of message they produce. So if there's somebody out there who's making stuff that is brilliant or even mediocre, I am still going to be there because I'd much rather support stuff that is genuine instead of the garbage that we're getting on the radio. So that's me. I'm all about the independent stuff because that's where the real brains are. That's where the real creativity is, where the hold of society has been removed and the brilliance of the individual is allowed to be expressed. And that's why I'm here. So that's where you'll find me.
Hell, brother. Thank you very much. Guys, subscribe and support Adega Outlaw, support your independent creators out there, just like our honored guest today, Mike Evans. Tell them where they can find you, brother.
You can find XR7 on YouTube, the various social media, even Spotify for the music. We've got some new stuff coming very, very soon, hopefully in the next few weeks. Lots of awesome artists are involved in the series, so please do check it out. And if you fancy some cyberpunk pixel art fun, you know where to find it. And I hope we're putting out a more positive message, something which is more empowering and truly inclusive than what's out there at the minute. And it was absolutely lovely to meet all of you guys here. Thanks for having me on the show, Stephen. You guys are awesome. Stay cool.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Adega. Thank you, ETEP, for showing up, and everybody else out there wasn't able to make it. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, a good vacation. Tina Bojan, that's right, Clean Your Peen, the Clean Your Peen cheerleader out there. Thank you, girl. That's right, clean that peen. Keep it clean, y'all. Do not kneel for stinky eel. Thank you all very much, and wash your ass. Yes. My love to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting each other, supporting one another. Thank you to everybody for coming through. Keely Chow, Papa Cotton, Mr. Tickletrunk, awesome one. Tina Bojan, and always in the house. Love seeing y'all. Thank you, Glizner. Thank you to Pale Rider. Yo, what is up, Pale Rider? Yo, how you doing, brother? Tim Talk, stop through. What's going on, Tim? Thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Keep supporting one another, guys. Keep supporting independent creators. Please, your favorite 2 or 3 YouTube channels out there. Make sure to share out links to them, big or small. Everybody knows the grind. And please do the same thing for your indie comics, indie writers. We need to promote these people that are forging new empires of imagination, or voices that are out there speaking against the dogma of the mainstream. Never be afraid of conversation. Never be afraid of debate. And anybody that just yells and screams at you when you try to have a conversation is nobody you want to listen to anyway. But support them independent creators out there. We do not have an issue to support us. We only have each other, and we rise together. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian, your historian, born in the chats of the High Council with my brothers and sisters, fighting for our modern mythologies. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Be good to each other, yet suffer no fools. Peace.
Who had told us